You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome with Training with OC. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. And this time, I think we do have audio, right? So, checking. Test. Everything looks good. And welcome, we've got Week Wife. Welcome, T-Top. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. So, let's go into the charts really quickly. Let's go take a look at how River is doing. Let's go take a look at how Bitcoin is doing. And what could we be expecting for the weekend. I do expect some volatility throughout the weekend. And I actually don't think there will be like a great volatility, so we'll need to be extremely careful. But other than that, looking good for today and tomorrow, so maybe we can go and take advantage of that. So let's go to the charts and let's get it. All right, so let's get started with Bitcoin. Right here, let me just clean this up. We are on the weekly. Oh, yeah, I know why. I was about to tell you, I don't know why, but yeah, I do remember now. Let me clear this up. So I just was looking at the Prime Oscillator, the MVP Oscillator. Something important that this give you way better results on the monthly. So those are the cycle lows, right? Cycle lows. And so far, we're nowhere close to that cycle low, which means, hey, warning. Another important thing is that in monthly, we are pretty far away from the dynamic reactor, and well, in most of the cases, we have broken it. So looking at, well, 30K now, doesn't seem that bad, but I actually don't think that we're gonna go below 50K on the bear market. We'll have to see, depending on how well we do throughout these bull markets. Still the bull market, right? Let's go to the weekly. It's a little bit more shaky. We had these entry points. You already have had that little boost to the upside, and then coming back to the dynamic reactor. I think we still need to have one more bearish candle to actually go within that dynamic reactor and then bounce back up. What I'm gonna be looking in here, it's something to grab from in here. I'm really trying to think that this is not the top of this trend line, right? So let me go to a cleaner one. Here it is. So I really refuse to believe that this is it. And then we're going lower. I believe that we should be having something around those lines where we're gonna go and get this high, this low, somewhere around the 100K 105 mark, right? But remember, this is not that I refusing, like it or not liking. The market's gonna do whatever it's gonna do. That's why we're gonna be trading the lower time frame. Let's go. Pew. How's it going? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So let's go and take a look at those lower time frames. Let's get it over here, and we have a lot going on, right? Do you guys remember this trade? Perfect. That played out very nicely. And at this moment, remember, we also had a couple of other 15-minute trades. So let's go over there. And yesterday, we were talking about trying to long this area. Perfect. I longed it, got stopped out, and then, well, we were breaking through that zero line. Great time to short it, and just so you know, I just didn't short it. That is completely fine again, and we are heading to the upside. All right, so what is it up at this moment? Well, we are creating, and this is going to be important. All right, I believe that we're going to move upwards from now. We are creating a symmetrical triangle for the 15 minutes. All right, or even for the lower time frames. And also, we could be looking at a bullish pennant. This is usually a figure that breaks to the upside. And if we take a look at our oscillator right now, it's curling up, right? Volume is not bad at all right? And money flow is steady. So I believe that right now we could be going for a little bit of a long. Remember that we're not bullish just now, but let's go and test the waters once again. I'm gonna be going to try to for this long. My stop loss is gonna be right at this 30% low, a little bit lower, of course. And this is gonna be it. Something important, I don't have my broker, so right at the end of the show, I'm gonna be going for that long. So do expect my entry to be a little bit different. All right. Important. This is extremely dangerous trade. All right. And if we start losing this trend line, just like we did in here, all right, if we start losing that trend line, just like we did in here, remember, you need to head switch immediately. All right, immediately. So just giving you a heads up, this is going to be an extremely dangerous trade. You guys have been warned. We have other two, and I promise that we're going to Ross. I'm watching it. Lasers go pew pew. Give me just 1 second. I want to go over some hits that we have here. XMR, so Monero. Let's go take a look at Monero. Monero was just a minute ago, or 15 minutes ago, at the big, huge resistance that we were talking about. And it's ranging. So far, it looks like it wants to go down. It have all right, one second. I need to go over this really quickly. 1 second, because I just saw something I didn't quite appreciate. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's just security. 1 sec. Oh, I see. All right, perfect. Oh, all right, sorry about that. Just clearing things up or out in here on the Discords. Perfect. Just so you know, I'm also in charge of security. So yeah, part of the security. All right, so a couple of other things in here is that we have a sort of like a flat top in here, rising bottom. That usually flat top ends up breaking to the upside, but we also have bearish divergence. So what is it going to be? I believe, technically speaking, I believe that we're gonna go here down below and then do another movement that's gonna end up here for the weekend and then dropping back down. All right. Nonetheless, if we start breaking through, do the break of structured trade, move your stop to entry quickly. All right, because that is going to be extreme low. It's going to be moving extremely fast. So remember, we're logging it all the way here. If we have a breakout to the upside and use a stop loss, if we have acceptance back into that triangle, it's over. Most likely we're going lower. All right. Let's go over River really quickly because we are also on a support. We almost have that flip of the ribbon. We have rising volume. We already have our bright zone in here, just like we were talking about yesterday, right? Remember? Therefore, usually that calls out the bottom. I'm going to be waiting 1 or 2 candles more so we have that V-shaped recovery. And remember, so far, this is the next movement that I'm gonna be looking for, something like that. All right, so you guys have been warned. Let's go for a long, again, an extremely dangerous long, because we are below the zero line. Money flow is not there yet. This is not a called entry. This is the idea that we're looking for. All right, so this is what we're gonna be going for a long and then a short. If we start going lower, well, then you know the drill. Instead of going there, we're gonna be doing this. All right, so you guys have been warned. Your short entry would be in here if we need to head switch. Let's go and take a look at Rose. So time to Rose. Let me know what time frame you are looking for, lasers. Let me know. All right, so let's go for the one on Binance. All right, so Rose not looking good at all. All right, this is the 15 minutes. All right, let me clear this up. Let's get started first with what is obvious. All right, so which just the market oracle. All right, and what we got in here, it is a lower high. all right, or a double top neckline here. And yes, we are looking for a possible flip of the ribbon, but the thing it already have flipped, and this is not moving. This is not moving. Now let's bring up a couple of other stuff in here. Do we have some support? Yes, where's our smart money entry here? And we just broke it. So we do have a oh man, we do have a liquidity zone, and that will push me to actually try to long this thing. Well, we already have our answer. Great. Not long in it so far. All right, so next possible entry is going to be somewhere around here. This is going to be our box of entries, so keep it in check. This is going to be a V-shaped recovery or with a single candle recovery. All right, so just be extremely careful. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, because if that is moving, maybe Bitcoin is moving, and nope, it is not. All right, so we're going to be going for a long position somewhere around these areas. So I do see smart money entry here. I do have a support, and I have a order block. So let's aim somewhere in between that zone, and my stop loss needs to be a little bit below. So that's going to be my next possible entry. This is not a long-lasting long, all right? Just so you are aware of. All right, XRP, absolutely, we can go ahead and check XRP. This is gonna be just an entry exit. All right, entry exit. The way that I would handle this, it's enter, exit 50%, exit another 50%. That is not equal 100. All right, and if you know, you know. If not, you need to go watch the free courses that we have on this channel. All right, and then move your stop to entry and leave the rest, the last 25%, which is not 125%, just so you guys know. So, for a possible Valhalla trade, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. Nonetheless, it could be a little possibility. Right now, we're a little bit more bearish than bullish, and you can see the flipping a little bit lower. So keep your eyes open for that. I'm going to be moving my alert just a little bit above. I am going to be trying to take this trade. All right. And I'm going to be adding another alert up in here. Why? Because that is our next resistance. Maybe, and just maybe, we might have a bounce from here. I don't think so. There's nothing in there, right? But I don't see Bitcoin really moving. Therefore, this might be just an overextension of the support. All right. So, just saying, I'm not going to be longing now, all right, just because of that overextension. I rather wait for a breakout, rejection, hold it, create a higher low, and that's going to be my entry, all right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so let's go take a look at XRP. I have a favorite chart on XRP where we've been keeping track of stuff. Here it is. XRP 15 minutes, not looking great. Especially because it's just a flat passing here. Let me show you. In fact, we already have it 3 times. Look at this. What happens when we have a flat pass? So coming down, reversal, V-shape recovery, seems to be a Y-cuff, but since we have the range, the V-shape recovery, and then we range with that reversal, we have a flat pass of bearish continuation, right? Reversal don't need to be there, although it's a great signal to add to the setup. All right, so coming down, we have the V shape. In this case, we are missing. We usually have like a little range in there. We don't have it at this point. That's whatever, right? We have a bullish divergence. We did pop up. We did not recover above this area, so that's weakness. And then on the way down, flat pass of bearish continuation. All right, let's go take a look at here. We don't have the reversal. The range has been going forever. We are below that zero line. Money flow is not there yet. Yes, we do have a high order block, but also a soft order block. For the best case scenario here, I would actually go for something like this. But for real, I mean, look at the common denominator here. Lower high. Lower high, right? Even lower high, right? And oof, man, If we see rejection out of this soft order block, even if it's soft, lower, high, right? The chances for it reversing down, they are way, way, way bigger. What I would actually expect, since we are green, I would actually expect some push above that zero line like this, right? Slightly like this one, right? So a little push above that zero line. And if we see curling and losing the zero line once again, you're in with a short, or better yet, wait for this bounce. You long that little bounce, right? Use a stop loss and look for your next drop. Remember, this is the absolute best scenario. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen. That actually it's less probable because right now everything it's kind of bearish. All right. So far, I would actually be aiming for a short from where we are right now. I'm not going to be shorting it right now because I don't have my entry. And a long out of the high order block. I know it's bearish. And remember that we're below dynamic reactor. The trend is your friend. Right now, longing this is not really a area to actually be longing. The only reason I will long in that it's because we have a high order block, and I will be expecting just a little pump out of that zone. All right, something maybe like that. If we get it, all right. If we get it, I would actually expect just a little bit higher heading here. But again, that is not the most accurate or higher rated scenario. The best scenario, the highest rated scenario is this one. All right. So let's see who else we got in the chat. We have Olga Ivanova. Good evening. Welcome. Monitor guy, what's up, brother? Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. Who else we got? Can you take a look at the hype? Absolutely. Let's go take a look at the hype. Why not? Let's take a look at the hype. And I do have, oh, here it is. Yes, I knew it. I had hype. All right, hype. Not looking great, but also not looking that bad. Why? Because we already have a quite great trend line, having a support lining here. Let me just get, actually, you know what? We're in the 15 minutes. Let's go to the 4 hours because we had, there it is. We were looking at this one, breakout retest, maybe further continuation downwards. All right. Although, look at this. We are going to be reversing back down. All right. I do believe that we're going to be doing that, which means this, right? For most of the case. In fact, look at that. Just a little bit lower. There it is. All right. And well, after this, we remember we need to see where are we going to be heading. I believe we're going to be tapping into the 50-50 order block. Why? Because it's a loud order block, right? It's a good resistance. We are bouncing up. So nonetheless, it looks good. So let me just get rid of this. All right. Despite I believe this could be going a little lower. All right. Despite I believe this could be going a little lower. The 15 minutes. And let me remind you how many 15 minutes there are in 4 hours. All right. So that means that we could have, there you go, a full trade right after. So looking for longs when we break this trend line. All right, let me actually get rid of everything else. So like that. All right, let's go from here to there. We haven't had a breakout. The next support is down below. Perfect. I think we could be having that. All right, we already have this. So I believe that this is going to be it. So hype 15 minutes looking not that bad. I mean, the support, we have a solid support, right? Highly bullish support for the 15 minutes, not for the 4 hour, right? And then I guarantee you this is going to be grabbing some strength as we go down. So right here, maybe that's where we get the bigger dead cat bounce. All right. So this possible long after the support gets hit down there. All right. It's not going to be just for, new all-time highs. All right. It's just going to be to prepare you for the dead cat bounce that might be coming. After that, we'll see what happens here, right? We don't know. It's just way too far away. Let's have another glance at it on the 4 hours. At this point, we have a big rejection. Remember, going slightly bit lower in here, and then getting attracted to the big order block, that loud order block, getting consumed, rejection, back to the support area. Where is that support area? Dynamic reactor, equilibrium zone, right? So far, so good. By the way, beautiful trade right down there. So, yeah, looking pretty good, by the way. Let's see what else we got in here. Who else we got in here? We have Dutchy. How's it going, Dutchy? Sup, Feeb dancers. Let's go. How's it going, guys? What else? What else we got? If I'm missing anyone, please add Piper Academy so I can see you. Good evening. Let's just go pew pew. What's up? LFG, Rose, XRB. Hype already out of the way. Interesting. What else? I think that's it, isn't it? So if that is it, let's go and take a look at a couple of other stuff. My new AVAX buy. Let's go take a look at AVAX. Let's go. You know what? Actually, AVAX, it's completely out of my radar. There's so long since I don't see this. Ooh, all right, not looking that bad. Not looking that bad. It's not looking that bad because we have a lot of absorption zone here. And this is a downtrending channel. Usually that breaks to the upside. That doesn't mean, not like that, all right? But definitely maybe to go hit some new trend lines, all right? So we have broken a parallel channel here. Let me show you. So if I grab this, how do you call it? Directress, right? This is another extension. I mean, we broke it, but also that brings up another target here. Let's go. Another important thing is that this is becoming a broadening wedge. So half of the channel, half of the wedge should be somewhere around here. Look at that. Kind of like a same area that we were looking into. Let me just make that dotted. I think that would be great. And let's add an alert to it. Let's lock it, of course. Let's add an alert. Let's lock this one too. Add an alert. And let's lock this one and add an alert. All right, so far this is not looking bullish for now. It's actually looking bearish. Decreasing money flow below dynamic reactor. Not too great of a volume. Coming down, reversal, ranging, right? Not looking great. Not looking great. But still, I believe that we could have this kind of like an outlier and then bounce back down, right? Remember, this reversal might still play out, something like that, right? And the range could be within this cycle. So not like a horrible idea to look for some entries right down there. Let's go to the 15 minutes and see what's up with that. So first, let's get rid of the whole freaking spaghetti here. Come on, how easy is it for me to draw that spaghetti, dude? I don't know. All right, so we're flat. That usually is not that great. We have bright zones. Look at that, bright zone and little pump, right? Bright zone, pump, right? Bright zone, and I guarantee you a pump or a little pump in there. Oh, the first bright zone didn't play that. Oh yeah, right after, slightly pump. I would say that these cancel each other, right? A little bright zone. Oh, this one kind of. All right, yeah, bigger push up, so we can actually go for the same asset. Actually, let's go for the worst case scenario, which is something like that, right? I would definitely say that it's within line, right? So far so good. We're gonna be looking for some low areas like this, like that to enter. So let's go ahead and add another trend line. And this trend line, I want to go over an average support. And that one is gonna be my next half of an entry trend line. All right. So Long story short, I'm gonna be looking for something like that, right? Something around that area. Half of an entry. I don't know. 10x leverage. Nothing too crazy. So keep it under. Keep it under control there. Let's see what else. My pleasure. Oh God, my pleasure. My pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. Let's see. Like the 15 minutes bull pennant on BTC. Oh yeah, we've gone over that. Like yeah. Let's go over that once again because that's pretty important. There it is. Our bullish pennant, but we do have a resistance. And the previous analysis was this. We are above the zero line. So look at that. 10 unicorn number. Let's freaking go. 10 unicorn number about to break. We're undecisive. So yes, it's a triangle. So 50-50 chances. Oh man, this is getting intense. I really liked it. Diving in this, actually telling you, you know what, we are about to break, but it's, I mean, slightly bullish. Oof, man, because this is also, I mean, if you go to the 5 minutes, this is not a pennant, this is a symmetrical triangle, right? Let's actually get rid of that for a second and just push it out of the way. But yeah, I mean, could be the movement to the upside. So that's why we're looking for that possible entry. I'm looking for that little flip of the ribbon. That's why I'm also, I don't have a broker. I mentioned that in the beginning. I'm going to be trying to enter for that little long. Lasers, what is it? Subscribe, hit that like button. Let's go. Made lots of XMR. Let's go. Super, prepare for downwards. Absolutely. Send it to zero. Of course.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Bitcoin to zero. Let's go. I'm also, dude, I'm like so prepared for the bear market. So prepared for the bear market. Kind of like, I mean, counterintuitive. Kind of like my worst case scenario at this point. It would be a continuation of the bull market. Because I just have the 100K purchase and yesterday's buy up. Remember? I only have those two, while the rest of my money is in cash. So my worst case scenario, it would actually be going bullish. But it is what it is. Oh, we're losing some viewers. Not sure what happened there, guys. Please help me out with that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. And seems like my internet is sucking pretty bad today. Some buffering happening right there. All right, let's go over a couple of other stuff in here. I want to go check out just a top-down analysis, fuck Ethereum. So nonetheless, let's go check that out. We have a bearish pin. No, I thought we had a bearish pennant, but looking at this once again, this could be a flat top triangle, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, not quite. Dude, not quite. Yeah, I would go for a 50-50 pennant. Above the zero line, bullish, pretty good volume, non-money flow, about to break. I'm actually gonna be calling a bullish breakout, man. Actually, let's go. All right, on zero. Let's get it. All right, so everything once again, but it is what it is. Let me actually add an alert to this. Let me just push it a little bit higher. I want to have a buffering before I enter because, dude, we don't buy tops, right? But it's a pennant. What do we do? I believe that, I mean, I'm not going to be buying this right now. Remember, I bought $300 of this thing right before it dropped, like somewhere around there. But yeah, I mean, whatever, we can kind of like go for it. I see a little bit more structure on Bitcoin. Let's go, you know what, let's go to 30 minutes. Yeah, we might have, I mean, we have a higher low, right? This could be an actual entry buy, brother. All right, so I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm just going to let it happen. If it breaks out, retest, continuation, 30 minutes. I'm just not going to go down to the rabbit hole in 5 minutes. Way too stressful. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for this. If that plays out, great. If it doesn't, also great. So let's get it. I know you can. You don't have the coin. What? You can't. Let's go. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think I can. I don't think I can send it to zero. But I mean, you already know my worst case scenario would be actually going to a higher time frame because I would not be making as much money because almost all my money is ready to jump in for Bitcoin at a cheaper price. So yeah, let's get it. Let's take a look at Litecoin just because it's right there. 30 minutes. All right, looking not that bad. I mean, it has broken the trend line. All righty. We have the breakout retest continuation with a symmetrical triangle. Everything has that freaking symmetrical triangle. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right, breakout retest above that zero line. Goose hit. Ooh, pretty bad goose hit. Let's actually go for the worst case scenario like this. That will be a good area to jump in. I don't have, at this point, I don't have any Litecoin. Remember this one? Oh boy. Oh, that was a pretty bad hit, this one. Remember that? Didn't like that one. Since then, I just kind of forgot about it. Not even to short, bro. I mean, that would have been a fantastic short. But it is what it is, right? We cannot trade them. Oh, it's not Pokemon. Something important about this, and let's mark it. This is going to be a 1/4 of a position. And that's because I believe that we could have a sweep of the lows. All right, good morning. What's up, brother? Welcome. Great to have you. I know one can send it to zero. What? Let me know. Maybe we can send to zero PP or actually buy the heck out of it. I don't know. That was the one that was it? Well, I'm not 100% sure. Let's just not plan. Let's not build caps on this guy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you guys. 21 beautiful viewers. Please hit that like button. That will be fantastic on your end. To the moon, AU. Perfect. All right, talking about AU. Let's go ahead and why not take a look at it. By the way, it has a pretty good retracement, right? This is the 1 hour. We were talking about the 4 hours, of course. And I was looking at that 33% retracement. I did, don't move that. I did mention that this would have been a good area to buy if you wanted to hold, but I believe that also we could be hitting the 50%. We're actually at the golden pocket, almost ready to bounce back down. In fact, I need to call my wife. I am going to be buying gold right freaking now. All right, so right at the show, I'm gonna mark it. Let's lock it, and I'm gonna place in here this is like my 5th. And I mean, by the way, our kamikaze trade, that was a fantastic trade. Can I add text to it? Yeah, I can. I think I'm just in the wrong thing. Coordinates, here you go. Tell wife to buy gold. Just so you guys didn't know, my wife is in charge of buying metals. So yeah. All right. So there you go. Which believe that. Week YT Dub. Welcome. Thank you. Double, triple, fourth. Shout outs to Week 5. Always great to have you. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate you, my friend. Let's get it. Let's take a look at a couple of other things in here. I'm long BTC 81 541, pretty good area, not that bad. Think it's coming down again. Yes, I do think so, but here's a caveat. Let's go answer that. All right, I'm not first I'm going to be giving you a straight away answer, right? I'm 50-50 at this point. I'm 50-50. Is it going to go down? Great. If it's not going to go down, perfect. My worst case scenario at this point, it is going up. Why? Because I'm mostly cash. I just have 2 main entries, one at 100K and the other one was yesterday or the day before. Don't quite remember. Pretty big entries right there, but for spot. All right, for spot. Trading it, I don't really care. We've been nailing it throughout this week and I'm pretty loaded on cash. If we go a little bit lower, I'm going to be pushing a pretty hefty amount right before we break a range. Let's go take a look at that, because I think just talking like that, it doesn't make sense. But this is the big picture, right? This is the big freaking range. Let's actually go to the 4 hours, all right? 4 hours and this one here, all right? Let's remember this schematic, all right? We had the first low, okay? We have the AR. Hey, AR. Hey, what's up? All right. We have the upper range target, and we create a lower range target. Open range target, look at that. It's in between two freaking red lines, right? This is not new, right? And we have the red target, bottom target. Actually push it a little bit lower, right? So we knew this was coming long time before it happened, right? So we knew that. Something that changed, it was this double top that happened here. I was actually thinking that we would have a breakout retest continuation, all right, till we break through that area. And by the way, we were short in here. Remember, we short the thing. Why? Because we short the tops. That's it. And that's why we use a stop loss, because if it keeps going up, we just head switch it. That's it. Easy peasy. All right. So now that we have that rejection, right, the target was clear, was here to there. Now we are on the spring. But let me show you one more thing here. Let me just push this out of the way. Let's type here flat pause of bearish continuation. All right. Let's go and push this up for you to see. All right. Flat pause of bearish continuation. Here it is. Tell me. All right. Fuck this place. Oh, dude. Oh, if you got it, you got it. All right. Better. I love it. If you don't caught it, don't spill the tea, all right? Oh God, I love it. I love you guys. You guys make me be so. You let me be so happy. All right, let's bring this up, dude. I'm actually crying. Oh Jesus. Fuck that place. let me paste it here. If you caught it, you caught it. It had to do with a fucking triangle. All right, so you tell me what's the freaking difference in here. All right, you tell me what's the difference. The difference is the actual end result, right? I mean, not much. How can we predict? We cannot. This Wyckoff guy, the guy that built up this chart, this was not the only chart that he did. He did like 25, something like that, something around 25 charts or something like that, right? So the point is that he spent almost his freaking entire work life, right, trying to figure out where the range is gonna be breaking at. We're not gonna be nerding that hard into it. We're just gonna wait it out, right? So here is the deal. Are we gonna make it? We are in the spring, brother. I mean, I give you that. And the spring can still go a little bit lower. It can still go a little bit lower. Look at that. The spring is a little bit lower. All right. This is the threshold. This is the threshold. Why? There is a predictive range in there. If we hit this, I am buying. All right. Because we can have like an absolute miracle and do something like that, right? But not exactly that. We'll have this. All right. With your entries here and there. That's it. But most likely we're gonna get here with a long entry here and a hedge right below it. Does that make sense? All right. Does that make sense? So this is the danger part. Just like in here, right? I thought we were breaking out. Nonetheless, Mr. Archie tells me to short, so I shorted. And I prepared to head switch like this, like quickly, right? Same thing's gonna happen here. So you're asking me, do I think it's going lower? Ooh, I really would like to. I think we should be going a little bit lower, right? So I would say it actually, I think, all right, let me guess, all right? Let me guess. I believe that your question is, should I buy, hold it, or sell it, right? So here is my my answer to that. So if something happens, we react to it, but we need to know beforehand how to actually react to it, right? That is what training is for, right? Just like military, they train for every scenario. They already know in their head what they're going to be doing if they see something happening, right? Something exactly just like football, exactly just like soccer, exactly just like tennis, right? By the way, they have seen yesterday's game with Belarus and female tennis. Pretty good one, by the way. Pretty noisy to say the least. If you know, you know. But Belarus versus what's it? Ukraine. Pretty intense game. I liked it. All right, so talking about, let's keep talking about money. All right, so we have the movement to the upside. Great, perfect. We have some indecision happening. Normal to have that indecision. Here's the thing. And remember, we are, dude, did I just miss the freaking long? Fuck yeah. All right. Let me wrap this up because I need to log this thing. All right. Almost missing that freaking long. Look at that right now. All right. Okay. Just remember, long it, half of the entry, control your leverage. You need to have a stop loss. This is not going to this is not going to the moon. All right? It is not. We're just trying to profit just a little bit more out of this. All right. So just telling you. I see. Welcome to emoji support. Let's go, brother. Welcome. For having that emoji support. Great to have you. All right. Long story short. We are on that possible V-shaped recovery, but we're not below that area, so we can still make one more movement. I believe that's what's going to happen. I believe that we're going to go in lower. So then why the heck am I longing? Because we are above dynamic reactor 5 minutes. All right. So it's a pretty small long. We are bullish. We're about to break out and we have pump. That's it. My strategy tells me too long, despite I'm on a sensitive area. We have broken the trend line. What trend line? This trend line. Breakout, retest, continuation, higher highs. Can we be buying the top? Yes, that's why we use a stop loss. All right, so let's wrap it up. I have a trade to make, and guys, see you back on Monday. Remember, be quick to change your opinion because this is not a given trade. I mean, and we could be into this BS of volatility. All right, so you guys have been warned. Hopefully, you are in profit, and as always, see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend and make sure to tag me on the Piper Academy or on the Chart Prime Discord. All right. So see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Monday.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.